in that situation, when you go up and you come back down to the puddle, you have to press against this the right side of the puddle, and your puddle will shift to the middle, okay? But if you press too much, it'll shift way over to the wall, okay? So that's how you fix that. But anyways, let's light up. Right here, I'm just stepping it, guys, going up and down. And as I step out of my puddle, I push the rod in. Very important. Very important. Up and down, push down, push down, push down, down, push down, push down, push down, push down, push down. All right, guys. Well, I just finished the first half of my root pass. I'm running at 77 amps. At some parts, I did feel like my keyhole was getting out of hand, but for the most part, I was able to control it. So I'm gonna keep it at 77 amps. Okay. Everything's going out fine. I'm getting ready to feather it now. All right, guys, so check this out. I just finished about more than half of my root pass. As you can tell, I feathered it. You always want to make sure you feather if you want to make sure that you have a proper tie-in. Now, you can't get away without feathering, but that takes a little bit more skill. And I don't know how skillful y'all are. If you want to try it out without feathering, go ahead. It is possible. I sometimes do it, but if I want to make sure that I'm gonna have a great tie-in, I always feather. All right. As you can see my keyhole right there. That's the keyhole I was talking about. So what I do, my technique is when I go up, I push right there, and then I come back down. I just tap, push, tap, push, tap, push, tap. Right now I'm gonna get ready to strike up. I'm gonna strike up right here. Circle, circle, circle. Work my way up, and then when I get about to this point, I'm gonna probably pause for a little bit, wait for this part to blow out, or for it to get hot, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start my root. Push down, 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 push down. All right, guys, so I just finished my root pass, and after your root pass, what you want to do is smooth out your root pass with your grinder. This is exactly what I did right here. Okay. Another thing that I want to tell y'all is I did clean my plates before I tacked them up right here. I made sure to clean all that mill scale off of the plate, and what that's gonna actually help me with is my undercut when it helped me not get undercut whenever I go ahead and cap this plate right here. Okay, so I'm about to start my hot pass. I'm gonna do it with 7018. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my machine down all the way up to 90 amps. Okay, so the technique that I'm gonna be using for my hot pass with my 7018 rod, I'm going to be weaving. Okay, and I'm going to be zigzagging. All right, what I do is I start on one side and I count 2 or 3 seconds. 1, 2. Then I switch over to the opposite side, and then I hold it there. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and that is how I weave. I'm gonna weave it out all the way from my hot pass all the way to my cap. Okay, so let's get this started. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what I'm doing right here, guys, I'm just zigzagging as I go up. I'm pausing 2 or 3 seconds on each wall. If you count slow, 2 seconds. If you count fast, 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm zigzagging and I'm pausing on each side for about 2 seconds. 2 slow 2 seconds and 3 fast seconds. 1, 2, 3, 3. Alright guys, as you can see right here, we have my hot pass. I feel really good with this. There's no slag along the sides right here. That's always a good sign. The reason why you would get slag on the sides right here, trapped over here, would be whenever the most common mistake would be whenever you're not pausing, you don't pause long enough on the sides. So if you don't pause long enough on the sides, you do see slag marks on the sides. All right, guys. So I just finished my hot pass. Again, I ran it at 90 amps. Now I'm gonna start my fillers. Now I'm using my good judgment here, and I believe that with my next pass, I'm gonna flush it out. Okay. The reason, and I want to actually flush it out with my next bead. The reason why I want to flush it out with my next bead is because if I go ahead and put one bead, another bead after this, or another weave after this one, and then I'll go ahead and put another one, I'm going to be protruding too much out when I want to put my cap beads on there. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and flush it out with this bead, okay? And I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and weave it again. And I'm just gonna pause on each side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now that's the way I do it. If you want to go ahead and run 2 stringer beads right here, one on the left side and then one on the right side, you can go ahead and do that, okay? But I'm not gonna do that. Get to it. Alright guys, I just finished throwing my second half of my filler right here. As you can see, I started right here, and got a little bit of slack to it. Let's knock that out, see how it looks. Man, that looks really good, really good. Okay, as you can tell right here, it looks like it's it's below this line right here. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up right here, okay, so that when I go over it with my cap, it looks like I have my whole plate completed, okay? So again, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this right here. Look at it, is below flush. Very important that you do whenever you go test and you have this. You don't want to leave this underfill, because then QCs or inspectors, who's ever inspecting your test, will reject you because of that, okay? And that always happens. You can just go over it right there and just fill that little spot up. All right guys, so I just finished flushing it. I'm really happy with my flush. As you can see, it's nice and flat all the way through. And that's what you want whenever you're gonna start your cap. You want a nice flat surface, because if you have an uneven surface, it's gonna show on your cap, and your cap is just gonna look terrible, okay? So the technique I'm gonna use for my cap, which is gonna be a 2-bead stringer cap, I'm gonna weave, but I'm only gonna weave little weaves, and I'm gonna pause on my left side. So I'm going to pause right here, then I'm gonna weave to my right, but I'm not gonna weave all the way over here. I'm just gonna stop about halfway and then go back to my left side and pause. Again, I'm gonna go over here, go back to my left side, and then pause. I'm just gonna repeat that. I'm gonna go 1, 2, out, 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 and I'm gonna do that all the way to the end of the test, to the top. Nice and flat, all the way through.
Enchanté.
You want a nice flat surface, because if you have an uneven surface, it's going to show on your cap, and your cap is going to look terrible. For my cap, which is going to be a 2B stringer cap, I'm going to weave, but I'm only going to weave little weaves, and I'm going to pause on my left side. Pause right here, then I'm going to weave to my right, but I'm not going to weave all the way over here. I'm just going to stop about halfway and then go back to my left side and pause. I'm going to pause right here, then I'm going to weave to my right, but I'm not going to weave all the way over here. I'm just going to stop about halfway and then go back to my left side and pause. As you can tell, guys, it's in between an 1/8 and a 1/16 shooting out, just like I wanted it. Feel really confident in how it's